Oh my god. Hello folks. I've changed to the wrong camera. Yeah, this is the spooky cam.
The spooky cam. Well,
here we go. We're back.
It's good because me and James are sort of talking that we've got really nothing to riff on. And then it just came out that, you know, I've just been watching nothing but UFO videos for like the last couple of days. And James used to be a doomsday prepper. and he's like, and it's, I think it's a subconscious coincidence that you're also wearing the spooky hood at the moment as well.
Absolutely.
Like
Look, I look like the guy that stands in the corner of an inn, like a medieval inn.
Well, it was weird because like when you open my door, there's a street light behind you, so you're just like a silhouette, and you look like the guy from Assassin's Creed mixed with like a lad. Like it's like you're gonna drop some sick hip hop beats on like SoundCloud and kill someone in the 1500s. Like,
where's the Pope, bro? Come at me, bro.
like, can you explain the look that you're cultivating at the moment? Because, like, a couple of weeks ago when we did a pod with Sarah Gall, she was making these jokes about you being a witch. Now you fucking look like a witch.
I've embraced it. That's the only fame I've got. It's piggybacking off Sarah.
You've got full witch mode. But what's the name of that guy that did that piss take TED talk and...
Sam High.
Yeah, Sam High. Because like a couple of years ago, he went full goblin mode, and it's good, dude. You've got like totally into the not sexy kind of like supernatural look. Because like there's the vampire, or like you could look at Henry Cavill as the Witcher. That's a very sexy supernatural man. But then we just like let's go the more I might have human mange, and I will cast a spell on you kind of look like.
Yeah, I'm like a necromancer. It's like I'm magical, but in an evil way, you know? In an evil and unkempt way.
So if anyone wants to jump on, check out the YouTube, touchit.com.au. You can just search Touch It on YouTube. It's just a bit easy to get the notifications there as well. So the last couple of days, just because I've just been at home editing, I've just gone down this like fucking insane UFO. Okay, I've watched so many UFO videos where I don't know if I'm watching them ironically anymore. That's where I am right now.
Dude, that's where it starts.
Fuck, man.
I used to listen to lad rap ironically, and now here I am dressed like this. So it's a very quick spiral.
Oh, dude, because it's so fucking metal. Because like, just like, I don't know, like the millions of other people, I've watched the Joe Rogan Bob Lazar one like way too many times. But then like, I wanted to kind of, you know, like see both sides of the story. So I saw this, like, I watched this really negative one on Bob Lazar where this, like, he calls himself an investigative journalist. He's a YouTuber. So, like, but he dug right into his past. And then I sort of caught myself being pissy at him for bringing up facts. I'm like, what does his 3 bankruptcies have to do with him talking about UFOs and getting money for that? This guy's full of shit. I'm like, I had to, like, calm myself down and go afterwards. I'm like, this totally makes sense why he would make this stuff up if he's like going through 3 bankruptcies. So like,
and now a drop kick in Australia is tuning in, and fucking buying his book.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, actually, yeah, that's the way he's lying.
I didn't buy his book, but I'm going to his $120 talk. All right, it's fucking nuts, man. Because like I'm kind of like really on the dude's side. Like, because you haven't watched the Bob Lazar thing at all. Because
no,
like,
I don't know anything. But, I mean, I know a lot about aliens. But not from that podcast.
Because it's nuts because, like, I think when I've spoken to you about aliens, right? Because, like, I think there's, like, in terms of interest in aliens, there's, like, people that watch the X-Files, then you can go a step up, go, like, Bob Lazar, like, go, like, the gimbal and, like, you know, how there's all those fighter pilots that talk about seeing him. A step up from that is, like, the guys that hung out with Buzz Aldrin literally went to the moon, then went proper mental and talk about aliens. Then on top of that, you've got the Alex Jones interdimensional child molesting vampires. Now when I've talked to you about it, you're at like stage 5, like
absolutely.
Instantly.
I am injecting. I'm at the injecting stage of an alien addiction. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you got to fucking like fucking cauterize your arm. Like, it's got gangrene at this fucking point. But look, so yeah, like what do you know / believe about aliens then? Like how deep into aliens are you?
I feel like I need to cut to the spooky cam here. No, I think it's unrealistic to think that there's not life somewhere.
Yeah.
And if there is life that is able to get to us from another world, man, from another planet, it's obviously so advanced that it would just immediately destroy us. So my theory is, like, I hope that there's not aliens, because otherwise they will just completely enslave us, because that's what we've done. Like, maybe you think, oh, they're of higher caliber.
Are you still on the spooky cam this whole time?
No.
Just freaking the fuck people out because you got this like doomsday scenario. I think you should go back to witch cam, because you really fucking
witch
freaks
cam.
Yeah, so just keep telling us how we're going to get enslaved by interdimensional child molesting aliens.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the aliens are not quite as evil as the British, but I just have a feeling that they're gonna be super efficient. And they're gonna be like, look at these sacks of nothing.
Yeah.
Most of the population of human beings are completely useless, and
Yeah.
they can be exterminated, and we'll just keep
I
the
don't know
high-tech guys.
But what could aliens possibly fucking want from us? Like the British, there were resources. There's fucking gold, coal, land. They're just the aliens come over here and be like, these guys got the best nutmeg. So it's gonna enslave the entire population, go 1600s Dutch style, and it's what could they possibly want from us? We don't really do anything.
Yeah, we're completely useless. But, I mean, maybe brains. Because we don't really know what brains do yet.
No,
they're just a super complicated computer that not even Indian people know how to fix.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Super complicated computer that fucking forgets everything, makes terrible life decisions, then eventually just fucking dies. But it's nuts because the human race is pretty shitty. There's about 4 of us that are okay. So if you're an alien, right, and you had to come here and you had to go, fuck, I just spent so much of the corporate fucking dollar coming here. I need to take someone back interested. You got to take 4 people. Who are the 4 people you're taking back? So you can maybe keep your alien job.
I'm bringing back Alex Jones, I think, because, hey, he's probably got some ideas for the aliens.
But he's already directly in contact with them all the time. It's nuts. It's all their low-level criminals that, Alex Jones is fucking exposing them. That he's getting because he's actually no. He's got the child molesters. He's got the ones that go after the Nazis. He's got the ones that are controlling the food supply. Yeah, I suppose that they're a little bit more nefarious and evil than just your low-level thugs. You've
just got to think that everyone else smart that you bring to the mothership.
Yeah.
They're just going to be so gobsmacked. They're going to be trying to process the fact that aliens exist.
Yeah.
Whereas Alex Jones has already knows that they exist. He's like, so how can I help you?
Yeah, he's going to be blowing alien minds. He's like, you don't have to give me the induction. I already know about you people. All right, what do you need?
Let's cut to the chase.
Oh, fucking hell. Because, it'd be... But, if you were trying to bring someone back... okay, so imagine I was working... and I had some sort of business, and I sent you out, and I said, okay, you got to go to this building where there's only people with severe brain damage. You're bringing back the 4 smartest people, and I want them to blow my mind and go. There's nothing we can do or fucking even entertain the fact for them in any sort of, capacity whatsoever.
I think I'd bring back the dumbest. Just be like, look what I found on Earth.
Piece of shit, yeah.
I'm sorry, there's nothing there. And these people, the fact that they're still alive is proof that there's nothing valuable here.
Yeah, shoot something into the sun and solar flare these dickheads out of existence. Now, have we got anyone commenting on the old Facey or YouTube?
We don't. 0 comments.
Woo!
We've got some people. I do want to make a quick shout out though.
Yep.
Because it's early in. We do need to make a plug to. We should probably bring up Little Castro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, as some of you may know, we have been making some ads with Liam Callan, a celebrated guest from a few weeks ago. Who?
Well, he wasn't. Well, he wasn't that celebrated because Dave said that he was mean to him. Then Dave quit the podcast immediately afterwards.
Okay,
so,
well,
he cleansed 30% of the hosts from the podcast.
It's sort of like a plague. It's we need to get rid of the weak, and then only the strong will remain.
Oh fucking hell.
But yeah, so we've been making some ads, and the newest one just dropped only 8 minutes ago.
Oh
so
shit!
I am going to pull out this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link this. We may as well watch it.
Yeah, no,
but
totally.
I'm going to leave a link to it in the comments. Please stop watching this. I know this is a risky move, considering there's only 3 people here and no comments. But please jump in away from this video, like the thing, share it if you want, tag a mate. It's a funny ad, but we should probably cut to it.
Yeah, it's imagine if this was like a television show and we're like, all right, we're going to go to an ad break, but we're just going to tell you we're going to the ad break, and then we're going to get that producer to load up the ad.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. That's so loud.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then we're going to play the ad incorrectly, and in about 10 minutes, we'll actually get to the proper ad play. Apparently, back to the entertainment at some point. Okay, this is the third out of 4 ads. So if you could do us a favor, if you could, like it, share it, do whatever, help us game the algorithm a little bit, they'd be doing us a fucking massive solid.
Look, if you have a mate that's watching this, which is statistically unlikely, but jump on, like the post, tag each other's names in it, and then you're all good. You've done what we asked you to do for this very free and worth free chat about aliens. Okay, now we're gonna take a break and go to our sponsor, Little Castro's. How do I cut to this? This one, yes. Here we go, and then let's go full screen. All right, we'll be back, folks.
Oh, have you eaten at Little Castro's? Cuban Sandwich Cafe.
I'm trying to watch my weight.
You see this graph? Average male life expectancy. How old are you?
35.
Okay, well you're here. And see all of this? All of this has been wasted.
I work at the hospital.
Wasted! Do you realize how mortal you are? You are so mortal. Weight, no weight, doesn't matter. Because in the end, we're dust. We're dust, ill-wind. Here's a coupon. Try the pork.
There we go, folks, and we're back.
Yeah, no better way to sell something to say, hey, you're going to die soon. So, don't talk about how much it costs or even what it is.
Oh, my God. That's why this is happening again. I've been moving the mouse to the wrong fucking screen.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let us just say Little Castro can put a sandwich together better than we can put a podcast together, okay?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, but it is crazy fucking delicious. Go down there, check it out. If you can go check out that ad, just give it a like, maybe a share, and just help get it out there a little bit more. Helping out a bunch of people in the Newcastle comedy scene.
And also, Little Castro's has great sandwiches, and it's a small business, and the dude's a great bloke. So it's not like some scummy company that's pumping oil into the ocean that you have to worry about that you're supporting.
Damo's pumping trans fats into your heart. Okay, so it's very, very different. You were going to basically be the beach whale in this
exactly.
Situation.
Weight or no weight, who gives a fuck? Pelicans drowned in oil. I don't care. I want a sandwich.
You can become a super unhealthy fat bastard eating just bad food. But if you want to do that, eat something that's fucking delicious. This is fucking awesome.
Wait, you're gonna eat McDonald's?
Yeah.
You're gonna kill yourself with McDonald's? Is that?
Imagine that. Your last thing you fucking eat is a Big Mac. That's fucking terrible, dude.
Exactly. It's like if you had to die in a car accident, it's like choosing to die in a hatchback. That's.
Yeah,
Get the Lamborghini of sandwiches, please.
I definitely want to go out in the Honda Accord. That's the way I want to go out. Yeah, so fuck McDonald's, go Little Castro. I just like how we haven't talked about Little Castro at all. We just rag on everything else. So any other dietary choice that you have that isn't Little Castro is fucking dog shit. So
and financial decisions, everything is just eat Little Castros and then die. That's the campaign, folks.
Fuck, that's great. I don't know why we filmed all these ads. That's 4 seconds basically sums up their entire business plan. All right, so any comments now, all right? Or are we just going to get real deep into fucking aliens?
But we're going to keep spiring. So Brady has said,
fucking crazy.
"Oh, I want to get out of the house because I'm."
Fuck.
Oh, now it's not me. Finally, a mistake that wasn't mine. No, Brady said, I need to get out there. I need to start talking to human beings again because I've just been trapped in my room just watching alien videos. And here we are. I mean, you're not really out and no one's interacting and we're still just talking about it.
I don't know if you're really here right now.
If anything, I'm making the delusions worse.
Yeah, exactly. Just some guy smelling of pot come here and started screaming at me about interdimensional child molesters. Do you want to talk about it on, in a small fucking humid room? As soon as I get in here, I'm wearing, a decent jacket. I'm it has to come off immediately because, my shoulders are just perspiring so fucking much. It's like fucking 2 fleshy waterfalls. It is so fucking gross, dude. Someone would not be able to get me in a headlock. My neck and shoulders are too slippery right now. It's fucking awful in here.
You just slide out.
But dude, no. So it's fucking nuts because Rogan did that podcast and then the documentary about Bob Lazar. It's pretty dog shit. There's a guy called Jeremy Corbell or something. Imagine like your mate who's really into UFOs, but even more than being into UFOs, he's really annoying. Okay, so that's the documentary maker. So skip that. Watch the Rogan one, right? But you're gonna be like me. You're gonna get into it too deep, and you're gonna get a little bit infatuated with like Bob Lazar, and you're gonna forget about all the inconsistencies and everything, and then you're gonna find yourself just sitting at your computer, just swearing at some other fucking loser, doing it even less successful, like fucking I don't know, like YouTube channel than this one, like trying to give you real facts about this person who's obviously a bullshit artist. Okay, so you know nothing about Bob Lazar, do you?
Nothing.
Okay, well, how about I just make a better podcast, the Joe Rogan one, and I'll tell you about Bob Lazar. So instead of guests, I've watched a podcast that has a guest, and I will tell you about that guest.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so Bob Lazar, he said he's a physicist. He said he went to Caltech and MIT, but there's no records of it at all. So,
he hasn't even got a letter with "Dear Bob."
No, so let's just believe the guy that believes in aliens, like that credible guy that he's also got a degree, right? So, yeah, and so basically he said he made a rocket-powered motorbike. And then he somehow met the guy that made the hydrogen bomb. Then 8 years later, that guy recommended him for a job at Area 51. So, like, imagine, like, you are working for the most, like, top secret government, like, department there is with the best technology ever. And you'd be like, cool, we can literally get anyone to work on this. You'd be like, I met a guy just under a decade ago that made a bike out of an aeroplane. Yeah, I haven't seen his degrees, but he said he went somewhere. So, yeah, let's get that fucking guy on. So,
if you thought motorbikes weren't dangerous enough before, wait till we put turbines on it. So as soon as you fall off, you're sucked in and just mince-meated.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you mince-meated and cooked. So, yeah, it's very convenient. But, like, yeah, so anyway, he said he was working at Area 51. He went to a place called S4. So it's just like 16 miles, like, south. It doesn't really matter because he wasn't there. But, like, so he was...
S4 is actually just like the notations on the map that he was looking at. He's never actually been there, but he's like, oh, it says H5, this is where this is, so...
So you're a better investigative journalist than fucking Jeremy Corbell. So anyway, like, he said he's, like, working there, and then I guess, like, MO was to figure out how the propulsion system worked. And being, like, a physicist, he was like... basically... It's an interesting thought experiment because if there was a craft that used anti-gravity and you saw that, how would you describe it without physical evidence? And he does like a pretty good job at doing that, and that's why people like it, because like he looks like a nerdy science teacher and he comes off as like credible, but like it's just a really well-rehearsed script because he constantly says, I don't want to talk about it. And then there's like interviews with him every single year from 1989 to now going, I don't want to talk about it, with thousands of people that have paid for tickets. But like, you can't just keep saying, I don't want to talk. Then you go on Joe Rogan and talk about it. Like, it's just
the most downloaded podcast in the world. I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. Just to the point where 1.5 million people are now going to Area 51. So, all right. So what this investigative journalist was saying, and like, keep in mind, I was angry when this guy was saying this, but a lot of it was available through Freedom of Information, other people that have researched him. So Bob Lazar, he went to a high school, then he dropped out of okay, I don't know how you fucking drop out of a university where you basically pay to get a degree by correspondence, and they shut it down. So you give the money. So he must have run out of like the 500 easy payments of like $12 like US. So and then after that, he was going out with a woman, and then he started a business and he went bankrupt. Then he met a high-class prostitute and started dating her. Then because like he'd started some businesses, he helped her set up a brothel, and that ended up getting raided because he was running it out of her house, but he set cameras throughout the house, right? And then he went to court for that again. And then he met another prostitute. And then started another brothel.
I tell you what, if I'm at Area 51, I'm looking at his resume and being like, we need this guy. Exactly. We need this guy.
There's a sausage fest here. We need to get Lazar in. He's got contacts.
Dude, the Christmas parties will be off.
I know. But the thing is, when you look at him, you'd never expect this. All right. So the next thing that he did as well. So he'd been bankrupt twice, and he had gone out with like 2 different prostitutes. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but like he's like literally starting illegal brothels and stuff like that. Then there's
definitely something wrong with that. So I think we're fine.
Yeah. Then he started. Since before he apparently worked at S4, and he actually did do this. There's like loads and loads of footage of it. It was called Desert Blast, and basically he's heaps into guns and fireworks. So he'd make big fireworks to drive into the Nevada desert and blow them up. And there's heaps of other people that like just blowing shit up. So it got to a point there's literally thousands of people there. And it's like, imagine like Splendor in the Grass, but instead of music, you've got nerdy guys blowing shit up. Like that's literally, but people there with like flamethrowers, machine guns, miniguns, all that sort of stuff. So this really normal, like I think inside this box sort of guy who's, he's never lied before except to the police about the brothel that he was running.
About the multiple brothels.
So he's doing that, and he meets these like fucking crazy cunts out there because like one of the things that sort of lends him credibility. One of the people that back up his story is this like incredibly experienced pilot, but this guy's known all the world over. But he met him at the Desert Blast thing. So this guy likes blowing shit up, shooting off fireworks, and like I don't know, like it's libelous to say he likes brothels, but he likes a guy who operates several of them. So so that's where he met him from. So it's not like he's gone, oh, I'm going to find the most credible bloke I can find. I'm going to get this guy. And he's like, no, he's just met some fucking like mental dude that likes doing drugs and blowing shit up. And the other guy who's meant to lend credibility to his story is, okay, so he keeps saying he works in the property business. He's a fucking real estate agent. So like he's got a guy who likes tits and miniguns. It's a fucking house loan shark.
Some sleazy guy that's like, yeah, I think he can fit 8 people in this room.
Some guy who lies for a living. The other thing about the real estate agent, he's also a science fiction writer. I'm not fucking shitting you, right? So, yeah. So this guy who's run 2 brothels and has gone bankrupt multiple times, doesn't have any degrees, made up a story. I don't know. So anyway, I was literally getting angry when I was watching this documentary. I'm like, oh, you can't rip my boy Bob. Like, so besides those things, James, so just from that information I've given you,
it's airtight.
Yeah. I know. Area 51 have got a lot to worry about with this guy leaking information.
Yeah, so I was never an alien kind of doomsday prepper because I absolutely was one, by the way.
Yeah.
I just posted the link there, so jump on and bloody like the video, please. I was more into like, what if there's a natural disaster? Or what if there's a solar flare and it blows out all your
solar flare is a big one, man. Like, it can happen anytime, hey?
Yeah. So that I used to be into, but then there would be the same people that I'm trying to have a serious conversation about the best brand of bandages with people that are like, the Mayans are coming back, man. They made the calendar and now they're coming back and there's aliens. I'm like, all right, just calm down.
Well, the fucking Romans made the calendar and it ends all the time and they're still fucking there. Like,
and also a large percentage of the Doomsday Prepper thing are also Nazis. So it's also,
Like, why? But like, it's already been the apocalypse for them. It was 1945.
Yeah, gays are getting married. I think you should go and live in your bunker now. Like,
are you fucking serious?
Yeah, there's like a large population of people, but also respectfully, they keep that in a certain section of the forum. That's like white supremacy section. Next to like, what music are you listening to?
This is such bullshit. It's because like, look, if I told you about Scientology now, because like we know all the facts, it would just be such bullshit. But like back in the day, they drip fed information. It was like, oh, it's about self improvement. Oh, it's about psychology. And so they'd be like, it's about little ghosts that live in your soul. It's about Xenu and he lives in a cave with a force field. like you can't go cave force field straight away. Like, because if you're gonna like rope people in with like doomsday prepping, but you really want them to be a white supremacist, you gotta wait until they've bought like 500 ration packs they can't take back, and they've basically cut off their entire social circle, and their only mate is named Jan with like a fucking blonde mohawk. Like, is that how they try to suck you in, or?
Yeah, I think so. And also like the Mormons. I think I tried to because I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
I was a doomsday prepper. Obviously, I'm open-minded. But
what are you doomsday prepping against if you're a Mormon? Jesus coming back?
Hey. No, I was looking in, I was like, maybe I'm going to have a look at all the religions and see what they all believe. And then I think it was the Mormons who believe that, like, so obviously there's like Moses on the mount with the tablets. And the tablets got all the commandments. But then there's one that is, my mate said, is it hot or cold in this room?
I don't know, dude.
Look, I'm profusely sweating, but I am worried about the aliens coming, so I'm trying to keep a low profile.
Yeah, they've got a very strong air conditioner in the alien craft, so James is going to get prepared. My nips are going to be fucking standing at attention when we get up there.
No, they're scared of lads. It's my protection.
Exactly. James is the real Men in Black right now. He's the one fucking stopping him.
Yeah, the only way to kill aliens is not like water or whatever bullshit was in War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Is actually people spitting on them. And statistically, Eshays are the most likely to spit on an alien. Like, what are you looking at, you dog?
Yeah, and just very poorly low, like kilobit per second uploaded music on SoundCloud. That's the aliens fucking hate that.
Yeah, it actually drives them mental. They drive their spaceship into the ground. Yeah, I was looking at the Mormons, right? So they got the big tablets for Moses, which is like the Abrahamic whatever. But then the Mormons' version of like someone coming down to give them the special words of God, they reckon that angels brought them down decorative plates.
What?
With the scripture on the plates.
So like God has said, okay, can you go down and take, like all this important information? And the angel's like, okay, if we're going to go to Earth, we're going to stop at the gift shop first.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to do this properly, okay?
We're angels, so we don't eat, but we have plates lying around that we need to get rid of.
He's just like, okay, so here's the first commandments. The other commandments are on this angelic Tupperware. So
Dude, it's so dumb.
It's so far.
And I tell you what, I've been to my grandma's house.
Yeah.
I think she has the original plates because she keeps them in a cupboard that no one's allowed to use.
Yeah.
And the only reason that you would have plates and never allow anyone to use them is if God literally wrote on them.
It's fucking mad because, like, dude, you dig deep enough into any religion because, like, I'll start with the Mormons because do you know about their magic underwear?
No.
Okay, dude. Okay, like we gotta fucking Jamie pull this shit up. Like, type Mormon magic underwear. They literally have underwear which they think is like blessed and all like basically, like everyone's freaking out at the moment because Mercury's in retrograde. I have no idea what the fuck that means, but like every day's Mercury's in retrograde when you're a Mormon because you're getting roasted by everyone. But if you wear your special underwear, which you can also get from the gift store. Then you'll be protected. Has it come up?
Yes, it has.
Okay, cool. Can we chuck that up on the screen so the people can see?
Jesus Christ.
Dude, this is fucking mental. Yes! There we go.
What the fuck
Look, they've
is
literally
happening?
got magic underwear. So the Mormons, they put this on and they think it literally protects them. So if you see a full-on Mormon, no, they're wearing this underneath their regular clothes.
Wait, so they wear that every day?
Yeah. Like some of them, from what I read, that they fucking wear. So what does it say for the purpose there? I just can't quite see it.
I'm going to need to...
Oh, hold on. I'll get a bit closer to this.
Right.
Okay, so according to the Church of Latter-day Saints Church, the temple garments serve a number of purposes. First, the garment provides a member a constant reminder of the covenants of the temple. So obviously it's made with like the shittest fabric. They're just fucking itching going, fuck, I'm fucking itchy, but Jesus loves me. All right. Second, the garment, when properly worn, provides protection against temptation and evil. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's because it's the ugliest underwear ever. No one has ever had a sexual thought when they've seen that.
Oh my god! Did I
Jesus
say look good,
Christ.
feel good? It works the other way as well. Fucking hell. Okay, and there's one other here as well. Okay, the garment strengthens the wearer to resist temptation, fend off evil influences, just number 2 again, and stand by firmly for the right. Okay, so you just... It's just
for the right,
because like it's better if you come up with something. You got to have 3 points. You go da 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 da, and then they would da da da. Fucking just do da da again. like fuck man. So
that is ridiculous.
Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts. But like that's mental. But if you look enough into like the Old Testament, oh dude. Okay. So do you... Okay, so let's just imagine you're a Christian, James. Okay, so you're like, yeah, I love Jesus. Yeah, I love God. So you love all that, yeah?
Absolutely.
Do you love Lord of the Rings when they fight the cave troll? Because there's loads of giants in the Old Testament. Like, described loads of giants that just eat people. Like, what's that fucking anime where there's those, like, giants? Like, it's literally that. Like, and it's
Jesus Christ.
And it's not an analogy. They're literally talking about how big these giants are. They talk about the noises they make. And they're talking about how everyone's like, oh, there's giants over... Like, that's just in the fucking Bible, dude.
I never got to that point of the Old Testament because I started at the start, where I think obviously Genesis is around there, but they have a chapter where it's like we're going to explain to you who everyone is. And they just go through the family tree of everyone in the Bible. There's just like pages after pages of being like, anyway, Bob is married to Susan.
Well, just like honestly, like I don't know if God wrote the Bible, but he needed a sub editor because like, dude. Can you use an adjective for the word good? Because like, it made light, saw it was good. And you're like, okay, cool. All right, we'll take that as red. Made the earth, and it was good. Fuck, dude. Okay, we'll take good as red. Just like, dude, use some like poetic expression.
Awesome, excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
They just
use
need
a haiku.
someone.
Like, just like break up the structure. Use some different words. And God's like, look, mate, I made the universe. So I think I can write a fucking bestseller. And jokes on everyone else because it's fucking sold year in year out. It's fucking like, yeah, who the fuck am I
People being like,
criticizing?
it changed my life. But I mean, so is The Secret, I guess.
Well, Giants, and the other one was in the book of Daniel. So like, oh fuck, man, it's been so long since like I was fucking at like Sunday school. All right, so he there's a king Nebuchadnezzar, which is I don't remember because the spaceship from the Matrix is called Nebuchadnezzar, and he basically gets called in, and he's got to like interpret like all these different dreams. But then like on top of that, Nebuchadnezzar's like, no, it's not quite good enough. Can you do any tricks, mate? He's like, oh, snakes, and he just makes snakes. So like, imagine you got this guy that can come in. God has given him the power to interpret your dreams flawlessly, and it predicts like the end of the Roman Empire, what's going to happen to his family. You're like, no, it's not good enough. Can you pull a rabbit out of the hat, mate? And so he's going to do fucking parlor tricks. He turns a staff into a snake. He does, all that shit.
I like the idea that maybe he's like a time traveler and he's just a guy that had one of those like snake in a can toys. He's just like, ready? Just a regular can. I was like, unbelievable. Someone put this guy in a book.
The hackiest, like, fucking childhood magician. And he makes it in, like, the best-selling book of all fucking time. But, yeah, so I'm just trying to think. Oh, actually, when I read about the Sikhs are actually pretty good. Like, they just believe there's one God, and he can be whatever you want, and just wear a funny hat. And that's pretty much it.
I do like the Sikhs, because they've got like the turban, but they've got the jewel turban.
Yeah.
And they also have scimitars.
Yeah,
which is like pretty cool. If I believe in a god and I get to have a sword, I'm probably going to be that religion. You know?
I think those guys honestly do practice a lot of love and acceptance, because I saw 200 of them all fight with swords, and obviously none of them had ever used the sword. It was you know when you like try and like, you're a kid and you're trying to punch someone but keep your head away so you don't get punched? Imagine 200 people with swords doing the equivalent of that. It was like they got to the point they just started throwing the swords. It was fucking amazing.
I can't really blame them, because if I'm in a sword fight, I'm actively trying to not get hit with a sword. That's actually the primary concern.
I keep forgetting we keep pulling shit up. If you type Sikh sword fight, dude, it is fucking insane.
So is this like a play fight, like fencing?
No, dude, they're pissed off. There's like, have you ever seen Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
Okay, so Big Trouble in Little China, it's weird because they go into a back alley in Chinatown, and then there's like hundreds of Chinese people. Half of them have like red like bandanas, other have like yellow, and they just all know karate, and they all start fighting, and Kurt Russell's there, right? And it's like, you would think it was written by John Carpenter in the 80s. This fight is so fucking mental. But yeah, if you type like Sikh sword fight, or even if like if just
there's one here that says sword fight breaks out at Indian shrine.
Yeah, dude, like are they all wearing turbans and
absolutely?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking mental.
Dramatic sword fight breaks out at Sikhs at Golden Temple.
Dude, this is
restart it and cut the cam to okay. Get ready, folks. Here we go. I'll leave out commentary. He's swinging for him.
This is the disadvantage of these swords, because they don't have a lot of reach. So they're more likely to sort of like stab themselves in the spine than the person in front of them. It's not a sign, it's a pool cue or something. Then he just goes back to holding little signs. They're like, all right, put down your swords or put a piece of cardboard on the front of it with some writing.
Speaking of conspiracy theorists, we got a man here talking about 1984. He's he's trying to red pill people in the shrine. Oh man, I love that. That is that is amazing.
It's actually like pretty awesome. It's just like
this is a place of holiness too.
Yeah, but like
they're just like fuck you, dude.
You got 200 guys and you got like ornamental weapons. You're like. Because like the whole time you're just thinking, I just want to fucking stab someone with this, but then finally some hero, some capeless fucking wonder comes in and goes, let's get fucking serious with this shit. Like, because like I was fucking telling you about this like about 6. Actually, it was probably this time last year. At a place I grew up, a guy got attacked with an axe, right? And it was just some dude's dad, and he was just out the front. This mental guy was there. So his 13-year-old son went into the garage, got his fucking crossbow, and just started filling this guy full of arrows.
Oh my God.
Dude, every time you hold onto a bow, you're like, oh man, I'd love to, like, because you're fantasizing that something like this happens, and you come save the day. Then all of a sudden, you get to save the fucking day. Like, it's just like it's in the back of your mind the whole time that you want to fucking do something like that.
I did embarrassingly do that once.
Oh no, you filled someone full of arrows?
No, but I was ready.
Yeah. So what happened?
So I was at my place. My sister was in her room next to me.
Yeah.
And like we live out of home, so there's no one else that could be home. But then we could hear banging downstairs on a door, and I was like, "Is someone knocking, Charlotte?" And I like looked out my window down to the door, couldn't see anyone there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Charlotte had a friend staying over, so they're like two 18, 19-year-old girls like wigging out, and I'm the only adult here. I'm like, where's Phil? Where's the rugby player that just got a contract to play professional rugby in Spain? Where's he?
But instead they got the Stone brother who's been watching alien videos all night. Like, I can handle this.
Like, I think someone's broken in. I'm like, no, I think the Indonesians are here to take over. No, but so they're like, okay, we'll watch the stairs.
Yeah.
So they're watching the stairs, and I'm like, I'll be back in a sec. And then I just come out of my room with a recurved bow, and I'm aiming it down the stairs, like 1 meter in front of me. It's like he could just reach out and just stop the arrow like that.
Yeah.
But I was ready, and so they turn around, and then they were more scared of me with my bow than they were of any potential intruder.
Because like if you don't practice with it, you're probably going to miss. It's going to bounce off the wall, go through your eye and into your sister. Like it's going to be a fucking nightmare. All right, have you had any comments? Has anyone? Or is it still, as many people have commented as believe Bob Lazar's story?
We've got Ethan Bentley who says, pity comment for Brady. Podcasting is difficult, yo. As it is, Ethan. Please link me to your podcast too, because I haven't found the name of it.
Who's Ethan Bentley?
Ethan is a new comedian in town.
Cool. Lighting up the room.
We've also got Damien. Aren't you guys supposed to be on tour? Thank you for reminding me, Damien. We are not on tour, but we will be on tour in August. We leave second week of August. There is a Facebook page which I am going to unashamedly post in the chat. The Comedy Detour. We've got some good artwork by Liam. We've got some shirts that might be on sale. We've got cartoon versions of me and Brady and some of the other useless people on there.
So if you like cartoons and shirts that you can buy that are too expensive, then come check out the Comedy Tour. It's going to be like top notch. We're not going to like talk about the comedians or things you can expect, but if you like stuff that itches and at locations you can't access to buy them, then that's something that you definitely want to be jumping on top of.
Okay, listen, the shirts are very reasonably priced. Okay, and hey, if all shirts were priced like that, I might own more than 3.
Yeah.
So
okay. Look, so if someone's going to buy this, is it going to be imbued with the same powers that the Mormon's Magic underwear is going to be imbued with? Like,
absolutely. If you want plates, we got plates. We got everything, dude.
If you want to have no sex appeal, then get some of these fucking shirts. They're going to be great.
Fucking hell. All right, Jesus Christ, we're being on for 45 minutes.
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's the first time we've done it with like only 2 people, I think. So it's
And I think it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not according to Ethan. Fucking hell.
All right. Well, yeah. I think we've done all right. You know, it's free, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
but like,
suck it up.
So yeah, if you just forget the adage that time's worth money, and just if you're watching this, you're fucking worthless. You got your fucking money's worth.
Yeah, there's no opportunity cost because you would be doing nothing else. People are already tuning out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, we'll see you on another live stream. Probably, maybe later this week, early next week. Sometime we'll see you. So, thanks again for watching. And for fuck's sake, go on the Castro's ad, like it and share it. Just do something for us, will ya? All right.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.